If you keep losing things, if doors keep closing, if relationships keep ending, if opportunities keep slipping away, if it feels like everything you touch crumbles in your hands, stop calling it bad luck. Stop naming it failure. Stop thinking the universe has turned its back on you. Stop telling yourself that you are cursed, that nothing ever works out, that you are destined to struggle forever. Because what you are experiencing right now, what has been breaking your heart, what has been keeping you up at night, is not loss, it is not defeat, it is not punishment, it is divine rearrangement. I am not taking from you out of cruelty. I am making room out of love. And if you could see what I see, if you could know what I know, if you could step into my perspective for just one moment, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. Because every single thing I have removed from your hands, every door I have closed in your face, every person I have moved out of your path was blocking the very space I need to fill with what you have been crying for, praying for, begging me for in the darkest hours of your night. Listen to me carefully. I do not remove randomly. I do not strip carelessly. I do not close doors for sport or entertainment. Every loss you have endured, every ending you have suffered through, every door I have shut, every person I have distanced from your life, every opportunity I have denied you was a deliberate, intentional, carefully orchestrated act of my unfailing love. You thought you were losing, but I was clearing. You thought you were being emptied, but I was creating capacity. You thought I had abandoned you, but I was positioning you. Because the blessing I am about to release into your life, the miracle I am about to manifest, the provision I am about to pour out, cannot fit into hands that are still holding on to what no longer serves you, cannot take root in a heart that is still attached to what I have already outgrown for you, cannot flow through a life that is still cluttered with yesterday's comfort. When a farmer prepares the ground for a new harvest, he does not plant seeds in soil that is already full of old roots, dead branches, and rotting vegetation. He clears the land, he burns the stubble, he removes the dead growth, he plows the hard ground, he breaks up the soil, he makes space, not because he hates the land, but because he loves it, not because he wants to destroy it, but because he wants it to produce. And that is exactly what I have been doing in your life. I have been clearing the old so the new can take root. I have been removing the dead so the living can flourish. I have been closing the wrong doors so the right one can open. But you keep mourning what I removed. You keep reaching back for what I deliberately took away. You keep trying to resurrect what I intentionally buried. And every time you do that, every time you look back instead of forward, every time you cling to the old instead of embracing the new, you delay your own breakthrough. You postpone your own blessing. You block your own miracle because you cannot move forward while looking backward. You cannot receive the new while clinging to the old. You cannot step into your future while camping in your past. This is your season of divine subtraction. This is your time of holy clearing. And I need you more than anything to trust the process, to trust my hand, to trust that I know what I am doing, even when you do not understand what I am doing. You see, most people pray for increase, but they refuse to release. They beg me for more, but their hands are clenched tightly around less. They cry out for breakthrough, but they will not let go of what is already broken beyond repair. They ask me to bless their lives, but they will not clear space in their lives for the blessing to land. And so they stay stuck, paralyzed, frustrated, angry, not because I have denied their prayers, not because I have turned a deaf ear to their cries, not because I do not care or I am not listening, but because they have denied my clearing, they have resisted my removal, they have fought against the very process that would set them free. Do you not understand? I heard your prayer the very moment you prayed it. I saw your tears before they fell from your eyes. I felt your desperation before you even put it into words. And I answered, I moved, I responded. But my answer did not come in the form you expected. My answer did not arrive in the package you were looking for. My answer did not match your timeline or your plan. My answer came as removal, as subtraction, as loss. Because before I could give you what you asked for, before I could release what you were crying for, before I could deliver what you were believing for, I had to take away what you were holding that would destroy it. I had to clear what you were attached to that would corrupt it. Let me be absolutely clear. There are some blessings that require empty hands. There are some promises that demand open space. There are some miracles that will not manifest until you stop clinging to comfort, to control, to the familiar patterns that have kept you safe but small. And I know it hurts. I know the pain is real. I know you do not understand why the job ended, why you were laid off right when you thought you were finally getting ahead, why the promotion went to someone else, why the business failed despite all your efforts. I know you cannot comprehend why the friendship faded, why the person who promised to stay left, why the relationship you invested years into crumbled overnight, why the people you trusted betrayed you. I know you are confused about why the door you were absolutely certain would open, the door you prayed about, the door you fasted for, the door you believed in with everything in you, slammed shut in your face without explanation, without apology, without mercy. But what you call loss, I call preparation. What you call failure, I call redirection. What you call betrayal, I call protection. What you call the worst season of your life, the darkest valley you have ever walked through, the most painful chapter you have ever endured, I call the season I am setting you up for, the greatest breakthrough, the most profound blessing, the most miraculous manifestation you have ever known. So stop resisting the removal, stop fighting the clearing, stop trying to force back into your life what I have deliberately, intentionally, purposefully removed from it. Because if I took it, there was a divine reason. If I closed it, there was eternal purpose. If I ended it, it was because something immeasurably better, something incomparably greater, something exponentially more aligned with your destiny is coming. And it could not come while you were still holding on to what I was trying to take away. You have been asking me, why do I keep losing? Why does everything I touch seem to fall apart? Why can I not hold on to anything? And I am answering you now in this very moment with absolute clarity and divine authority. You keep losing because I keep clearing. You keep losing because what you are holding is too small, too limited, too confined for where I am taking you. You keep losing because the weight of the old, the burden of the yesterday, the heaviness of what no longer fits would crush the blessing of the new, would suffocate the promise of tomorrow, would destroy the miracle of what is coming. Imagine this with me. You are standing in a room and your arms are completely full of heavy boxes. They are old, they are worn. Some of them are broken, cracked, falling apart at the seams. Some are filled with things you have not looked at in years. Some contain memories that hurt more than they help. Some hold grudges you have nursed. Some store bitterness you have fed. Some carry fears you have protected. Some house doubts you have entertained. But you have been carrying them for so long, for so many years, through so many seasons, that you have forgotten they are even heavy. You have grown accustomed to the weight. You have adjusted to the burden. You have normalized the struggle. Your arms ache. Your back hurts. Your shoulders slump under the load. But you keep holding on because they are familiar, because they are yours, because letting go feels like losing a part of yourself. And then I walk into that room and I see you. And my heart breaks, not because you are weak, but because I know you were created for so much more than carrying boxes. And I tell you, I have a gift for you. I have something I want to place in your hands. Something beautiful, something powerful, something that will change everything. But you cannot receive it. You physically cannot hold it because your hands are full. Your arms are occupied. Your grip is tight around things that are weighing you down, holding you back, keeping you stuck. So what do? I start taking the boxes, one by one, gently at first, then more firmly when you resist and you panic. You tighten your grip. You say, no, wait, those are mine. I have had those for years. I need those. They define me. They protect me. They make sense to me. And I say, you do not need them. You only think you do. Because they have become familiar, and you have mistaken familiarity for necessity. You have confused comfort with purpose. You have equated what you know with what you need. But familiar is not the same as beneficial. Comfortable is not the same as healthy. Knowing something is not the same as needing it. And so I take them anyway, not to hurt you, not to punish you, not to leave you empty-handed forever, but to help you, to free you, to prepare you, because I see the gift that is coming. I know the blessing that is on its way. I understand the magnitude of what I am about to place in your hands. And I know with absolute certainty that you cannot hold it if you are still holding on to what I am trying to remove. This is what I have been doing in your life. This is the process you have been going through. This is the reason for the pain, the confusion, the loss. I have been taking the boxes, the old relationships that drained your energy and dimmed your light, the old mindsets that limited your potential and kept your faith, the old patterns that trapped you in cycles of dysfunction and defeat, the old comforts that kept you stagnant, satisfied with mediocrity, content with less than my best. I took them, and you have been grieving, you have been angry, you have been confused, you have been questioning my love, my goodness, my faithfulness. But soon, very soon, sooner than you think, you will see why. Soon you will realize that every closed door led you to the right one, the one I had prepared specifically for you. Every ended relationship, painful as it was, made space for the one that will honor you, cherish you, appreciate you, see you, value you. Every lost opportunity, disappointing as it seemed, was my hand of protection, keeping you from a path that would have destroyed you, derailed you, depleted you. But here is what you must understand. I do not clear your hands just to leave them empty. I clear them to fill them. I do not remove just to take. I remove to replace. Every subtraction is preparation for multiplication. Every ending is the setup for a new beginning. And the reason the wait has been so long is because what I am about to give you is so big that you needed this entire season to become strong enough to carry it. You could not have handled this blessing a year ago. You were not ready. You were still attached to things that would have poisoned the very gift you were praying for. You were still connected to people who would have envied what I was about to do. You were still living in spaces that were too small for the expansion I planned. So I moved you. I cleared you. I emptied you. And yes, it was painful, but pain is not proof of punishment. Pain is often proof of preparation. And if you will stop seeing this season as loss and start seeing it as clearing, you will finally understand that I have not been working against you. I have been working for you all along, even when it hurt, even when you could not see it. I was setting you up. Every closed door was protection. Every removed person was redirection. Every loss was a gift in disguise because I was making room. And now the question is, will you let go? Will you release what I am asking you to release, or will you keep clinging, keep resisting, keep trying to control what I am clearly closing? Because I will not force you, I will not pry your hands open, but I will allow you to sit in discomfort until you realize that what you are holding is heavier than what I am offering. The choice is yours. Hold on to the old and stay stuck, or let go and step into the new. Hold on to the familiar and remain limited, or release it and walk into expansion. Hold on to what is comfortable and stay safe, or surrender it and step into the supernatural. I am making room, but you must let me. You must stop fighting the process. You must stop mourning what is gone and start preparing for what is coming, because it is coming. And when it arrives, when the blessing finally manifests, when the door finally opens, when the relationship finally aligns, when the opportunity finally appears, you will look back on this season and you will say, now I understand. Now I see why you took what you took. Now I know why you closed what you closed. Now I realize that you are not punishing me. You are preparing me. You are not abandoning me. You are clearing space for me. You are not taking from me. You are making room. So let me tell you what is about to happen. Let me give you a glimpse into what I see, what I know, what I have already set in motion. Everything that left your life made space for something better, something higher, something more aligned with who you are becoming. Every person who walked away cleared a seat at your table for someone who will stay, who will fight for you, who will celebrate you, who will stand with you through every season. Every opportunity that passed, that slipped through your fingers, that seemed like your last chance, opened the path for the one that is truly meant for you, the one that carries your name, the one I have been preparing since before you were born. Every loss you experienced, every ending you endured, every door that closed was a divine setup for a gain you cannot yet imagine, for a beginning you cannot yet fathom, for an open door that will lead to places you have only dreamed of. And the reason it has felt so heavy, the reason this season has been so hard, the reason you have cried more tears than you knew you had, is because I have been removing layers upon layers, breaking chains upon chains, severing ties that held you back, dismantling structures that you built around yourself for protection, but that over time became your prison, your cage, your limitation. I had to break them, not to hurt you, never to hurt you, but to free you. Because where you are going, those old structures cannot come. They will not fit. They will not survive. They will not function. The vision I have planted inside you, the dream I have downloaded into your spirit, the assignment I have written on your heart is too big, too expansive, too powerful for the limitations you have been living under. The calling I have placed on your life, the mandate I have given you, the authority I have invested in you is too great, too significant, too impactful for the small circles you have been walking in, the safe zones you have been hiding in. The future I have prepared for you, the destiny I have ordained for you, the blessing I have stored up for you is too expansive, too abundant, too overflowing for the narrow mindsets you have been clinging to, the scarcity mentality you have been operating from, the fear-based thinking you have been imprisoned by. So I removed them. I cleared them, I demolished them, I made space. And now in this wide open space, in this emptiness that feels so uncomfortable, so vulnerable, so uncertain, I am about to build something, create something, establish something that will leave you absolutely breathless, something that will make you fall to your knees and say, I could never have imagined this, I could never have dreamed this, I could never have planned this, this is beyond me, this is beyond my capacity, Frazen, this is beyond my ability to orchestrate, this could only be God. Something that will cause others to look at your life, to witness your transformation, to see your elevation, and say with absolute certainty, only God could have done that, only the divine could have orchestrated that, only heaven could have arranged that, but it could not happen, it could not manifest, it could not be released while your hands were full of yesterday. It could not happen while your heart was divided between what was and what could be. It could not happen while your attention was scattered across things that no longer had life in them, purpose in them, destiny in them. I needed your full attention, your undivided focus, your complete surrender. I needed you empty so I could fill you with purpose that burns, with power that transforms, with provision that matches, that aligns with, that exceeds the calling I placed on you before you took your first breath, before you spoke your first word, before the foundation of the world was laid. I needed your full attention. I needed your full surrender. I needed you empty so I could fill you with purpose, with power, with provision that matches the calling I placed on you before you were even born. And so I cleared, I removed, I took, and you cried, you questioned, you doubted. But I never stopped working. Even in the silence, I was working. Even in the waiting, I was preparing. Even in the loss, I was setting the stage for your greatest victory. Do not despise the season of removal. Do not resent the process of clearing, because this is not punishment. This is preparation. This is not loss. This is making room. And when you finally see what I have been making room for, when you finally receive what I have been clearing space for, you will fall to your knees and you will thank me. Not for what I gave you, but for what I took. Because what I took was blocking your destiny. What I removed was preventing your purpose. What I cleared was standing between you and the life I always intended for you to live. So stop holding on. Stop resisting. Stop grieving what is gone. Because what is gone needed to go. And what is coming is worth the wait. Trust the clearing, trust the removal, trust the process. Because I am not done with you. I am just getting started. And everything I have taken was only to make room for everything I am about to give. This is not the end of your story. This is the clearing before the breakthrough. This is the emptying before the filling. This is the loss before the abundance. And if you will trust me in this season, if you will surrender to the process, if you will stop fighting and start flowing, you will look back and see that this was not the season you lost everything. This was the season I made room for everything. So let go, release, surrender, and watch what I do next. Because I am about to fill every empty space with blessing. I am about to replace every loss with gain. I am about to restore everything that was taken and multiply it beyond your wildest imagination. This is my promise to you. And I do not break my promises. I am making room. And soon, very soon, you will see why. Now let me tell you something that will shift your entire perspective. Every time you lose something, I want you to ask yourself this question. What is God making room for? Because I do not operate in chaos. I do not move randomly. Every shift in your life, every change, every transition, every ending, it is intentional. It is strategic. It is designed with your future in mind. And when you stop seeing loss as punishment and start seeing it as preparation, everything changes. Your grief turns to gratitude. Your fear turns to faith. Your resistance turns to surrender. Because you finally understand that I am not against you, I am for you. And everything I do, even the painful things, even the things you do not understand. I do because I love you. I do because I see what you cannot see. I do because I know what is coming, and I refuse to let anything block it. So when the job ends, ask, what is God making room for? When the relationship fades, ask, what is God making room for? When the door closes, ask, what is God making room for? Because I promise you, I am always making room for something better. Always, without exception. And the size of what I remove is often a clue to the size of what I am about to bring. If I'm removing small things, I am bringing small blessings. But if I'm clearing everything, if I'm emptying your entire life, if I'm stripping you down to nothing, then prepare yourself. Because what I am about to bring is massive. It is overwhelming. It is beyond anything you could ask or imagine. And it required this level of clearing, because anything less and you would not have had the capacity to carry it. So do not panic when I clear. Do not despair when I remove. Do not lose hope when I close doors, because I am not taking from you. I am setting you up. I am not abandoning you. I am positioning you. I am not punishing you. I am preparing you for the greatest season of your life. And yes, it requires sacrifice. Yes, it requires surrender. Yes, it requires letting go of things you thought you needed. But I promise you, what I am about to give you is worth everything I have asked you to release. So trust me. Trust the process, trust the clearing, because I am making room, and soon, very soon, your hands will be full again. But this time, they will not be full of things that drain you. They will be full of blessings that sustain you. They will not be full of relationships that wound you. They will be full of connections that honor you. They will not be full of opportunities that limit you. They will be full of purpose that expands you. This is what I am making room for. This is why I cleared. This is why I removed. And when it finally arrives, you will understand, you will see, and you will thank me, not for what I gave, but for what I took away. So hear me clearly. Hear me with your spirit, not just your ears. If you are in a season of loss right now, if it feels like everything is falling apart around you, if it seems like nothing is working, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you pray, no matter how long you wait, I want you to know something that will anchor your soul. This is not the end. This is not defeat. This is not abandonment. This is the clearing. This is the preparation. This is divine rearrangement. And I am about to do something in your life, something so magnificent, something so transformative, something so powerful that will require every single ounce of space I have been clearing, every empty place, every void, every gap. I am about to bring something so big, so overwhelming, so life-altering, so destiny-defining that you will look back on this season, this painful, confusing, heartbreaking season, and you will say with tears streaming down your face, now I understand, now I see. Now I know, now I comprehend why God had to take what He took, why He had to close what He closed, why He had to remove who He removed, why He had to end what He ended, because what He was making room for, what He was clearing space for, what He was preparing me to receive was greater, more powerful, more significant, more valuable than anything I lost, than everything I lost combined. So stop grieving over closed doors, stop preparing for open ones, stop crying over who left. Start celebrating the space they left behind. Stop mourning what ended. Start anticipating what is beginning. Stop questioning why I removed. Start trusting that I am making room, because the clearing is almost done. The preparation is almost complete. The room is almost ready. And what I am about to bring, what I am about to release, what I am about to pour into your life is going to blow your mind. It is going to exceed your expectations. It is going to surpass your wildest dreams. It is going to transform everything, your finances, your relationships, your career, your purpose, your peace, your joy, your impact, everything. Trust me, trust the process, trust the removal, trust the clearing, trust the divine rearrangement, because I am making room. And what I am making room for is worth every tear you cried, every sleepless night you endured, every closed door you faced, every person who walked away, every opportunity that passed. It is worth it all and more, so much more. Hold on, stay faithful, keep believing, keep trusting, keep surrendering, because your breakthrough is coming, your blessing is on the way, your miracle is in motion. And when it arrives, when it manifests, when it is finally released, you will understand, you will see, you will know without a shadow of doubt that every loss was leading to this gain, that every ending was preparing for this beginning, that every closed door was redirecting you to this open door, that I was making room all along, and it was worth it. Every moment of pain, every season of waiting, every experience of loss, it was all worth it, because what I am giving you now, what I am releasing now, what I am establishing now is greater than anything you ever imagined possible. This is my promise. This is my word. This is my covenant with you. I am making room, and soon, very soon, you will see why.